Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at McFarlane's DC Direct, Batman the Animated Series, James Gordon, Commissioner Gordon of the Police Department. This guy's a Target exclusive, he's cel-shaded, and he's part of the collective build lockup wave. Really excited for lockup. I pre-ordered this guy at the Target app on the first day. They had a special for $25 instead of $30. Saved a little bit more with the Target Red card, and after proving at least 10 delays, he finally arrived today. I was worried they were going to cancel him, but they didn't, and here he is. I want to mention there's also a Platinum Chase variant of Commissioner Gordon out there. I'm very interested in getting a couple of those. If anybody out there has a lead on where I'm able to get one, or gets one themselves or want to part with, please drop me in the comments below. It would be much appreciated. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see, ages 12 plus. Collective build lockup, Batman the Animated Series, James Gordon. Here he is in the package. Looks like he has a total of 6 hands, a megaphone, collector's card, and then lockups, shoulder pads, head. One side of the package, James Gordon, Batman the Animated Series. Other side, pretty blank. At the back, here's lockup. Here are the parts you need. Here's instructions how to build them. And here's the rest of the wave. Here's the barcode for James Gordon. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And I did end up getting 2 of these figures. One of which to open and enjoy. The other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. And I did pre-order the entire wave. Lockup is coming home tonight. Alright. Now that this figure out of the package, here he is with all his accessories laid out. He has 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, a megaphone, a collector's card, and he also had the piece of lockup, collector build lockup from Batman the Animated Series. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the actual figure. So this is Commissioner Gordon, or Jim Gordon from Batman the Animated Series. Batman's most trusted ally in charge of the Gotham City Police Department. This guy's part of the lockup wave. He's cel-shaded, he's a Target exclusive, and he's a re-release from many years ago. So let's take a look. Starting with his face here, it looks great. It has that animated look to it, but it's not too soft. He's got the gray hair, sort of flipped at the top. Of course, he's got his signature mustache and glasses. As you go further down, he's got black tie, brown shirt, brown trench coat, brown pants. A lot of brown going on, but they're all different shades. Looks like single-jointed elbows, single-jointed knees. He's kind of a thicker figure. I don't remember Gordon being kind of thick or fat in the show, but it works. It all looks pretty good together. He's got the cell shading on the right side of his body, as well as on the inside, right side of both his legs. Cell shading's not crazy bad. I mean, it looks a little weird on his legs, but on the coat, it's just not too bad. Kind of like a shadow on that side. As a whole, I'm very pleased with the figure. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. It's animated, but it's not too soft. It's just right, if you ask me. I've always been a fan of this Commissioner Gordon figure. I think it looks really good. And here's the figure, broken down as far as it can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, and let's start off with the boring stuff. Here's his collector's card. As you can see, it's an image of Jim Gordon from Batman the Animated Series. The face and head is a little bit different, but you can definitely see they captured it with the figure. Batman the Animated Series. On the back side, there is a description. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause now. And then here are the pieces of lockup that Jim Gordon came with. Lockup's shoulder pads and head. Now, I didn't show these in the initial part of the video because a peg sort of broke off of lockup's shoulder pads and I had to glue it back on. So they're not glued onto his body, but I feel like if I take the shoulder pads off, the peg will just rip off again. Either way, lockup is secure and put together. And if you buy all 4 of these figures, Jim Gordon, Riddler, Joker, and Batman, you get to collect lockup, a brand new Batman Rogue that's never been made in plastic before in the 6 or 7 inch scale. Really excited to add him to the collection, and he looks great. Now let's check out his hands. He has a total of 6 of them, 3 right hands and 3 left hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his next pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands. Then his third pair of hands. This is a pair of gripping hands with trigger fingers for the gun that he does not come with. Now for his megaphone. This can be a very useful accessory for a police officer. It's all one solid color, just gray. Sculpt. Sculpt is fine, but the paint job is very weak. But it's a megaphone, you can totally tell what it is. Here's Gordon holding his megaphone. He can hold it just fine, but he can't put it anywhere near his mouth. Now, an accessory this Gordon did not come with, that the original one came with, is a revolver. You might ask yourself, why would a police officer not come with a gun or a pistol? Well, Warner Brothers has no gun mandate. Any officially licensed DC figures cannot come with guns in any way, shape, or form nowadays. It's really dumb, not McFarlane's fault, and frankly, it just sucks. Here's Jim Gordon holding that pistol. Now I wanted to check out the differences and similarities with this Jim Gordon and the original version, and there are some significant paint differences. Besides the paint, it's 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation. So let's take a look. There are two different versions of this Gordon now, and let's not forget, there's the Platinum Chase variant as well, that has a green shirt, brown jacket. Really trying to get my hands on a couple of those. If anybody has one, or knows where I can get one, please drop me a line in the comments below. In the meantime, let's take a look at these guys. So starting with their heads. He has a lot sort of paler skin here. His skin is a little more sort of red or flesh tone on this guy. The hair is pure white here. It's a little bit off-white, kind of gray on him. As you go further down, jacket, trench coat, very similar color. This guy has sort of a yellow shirt. He has sort of a brown shirt. They both have a black tie. He's got light khaki pants. He's got kind of dark brown pants. Shoes look about the same. Of course, this new one is cel-shaded. The old one is not. And as a whole, I don't really like cel-shaded action figures. I don't think it translates very well and doesn't really look like it's animation in action figure form. I don't like cel-shaded figures, but in some ways I'm happy the new ones are cel-shaded because I have all the original ones, and at least the new ones are somewhat different. So, kind of a mixed bag there. Now they're taking a pretty good look at the figure and his accessories. Now for his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right at 6 inches tall, which can translate to just over 15 centimeters. Little flip on his hair, maybe 6.1 inches tall. And now for his articulation. Starting with his head, of course, it can rotate from side to side. He can look up and down a tiniest little bit there. Can tilt his head from one side to the other. Shoulders on a ball joint goes out a little bit less than 90 degrees. Up, down, around, all that good stuff. He's got a single jointed elbow, goes in less than 90 degrees and has rotation. His wrists can rotate and they are hinged as well. His torso is one solid piece. He has a traditional waist swivel, go around, legs, old school style hips, then go forward, barely at all, back not much, but they do stretch out and do the splits as well. But they can look absolutely hideous in that pose. I mean, look at that. Single jointed knees, go back less than 90 degrees, and then his ankle can rotate, and that's about it. Here's a look at Jim Gordon on top of the roof of GCPD headquarters. He hit the bat signal, meeting with Batman, and giving him some police documents on a case he's working on. Hopefully the Cape Crusader will come through and help him, and he always does. Here's a look at Jim Gordon standing in the streets of Gotham behind a police barricade. He's in a hostage situation, negotiating through the megaphone. And here's a look at Commissioner Gordon with detectives Montoya and Bullock backing him up. Now let's check him out. Next is some other action figures, starting off with some other Jim Gordon figures. Here's a look at this lockup wave, cel-shaded Jim Gordon from Batman the Animated Series. Next to the original release. Different paint job, both pretty solid figures. Looking forward to hopefully getting the Platinum Chase variant in the near future. And here he is, next to a DST, or Diamond Select Toys, Gotham, Jim Gordon. Then, next to McFarlane, DC Multiverse, Jim Gordon as Batman figures. And now, with all of my DC Direct and DC Collectibles Jim Gordon figures, here he is, next to the Mezco 112 Collective Jim Gordon. Then, next to all of my Mattel Jim Gordon figures. And finally, next to McFarlane's The New Adventures of Batman animated Jim Gordon. Here are all the traditional Jim Gordon figures in shirt and tie. Here are all the different Jim Gordon figures that I have. I believe I have all of them in the 6 and 7 inch scale. Well, except for the Platinum Chase variant of this one. Here he is, next to a Diamond Select Toys, Jeffrey Wright as Bernard from Westworld. Jeffrey Wright also played Jim Gordon in The Batman, so it works for another Jim Gordon figure. Now let's check him out, next to some other DC Direct Batman the Animated Series figures. Here he is, with some other GCPD police officers. We have the original version of Gordon, then Bullock and Montoya. McFarlane also released a DC Direct cel-shaded version of Bullock. Goes pretty good with this cel-shaded Gordon. Here he is with the rest of this wave. We have Blind as a Batman, Jim Gordon, Joker in a trench coat, and the Riddler. These are all cel-shaded. If you buy all 4 of these figures, you get to collect to build Lockup, a Batman villain from Batman the Animated Series that has never been released in plastic before, so that really excites me. I love the obscure characters like this. And here he is, with the most recent McFarlane DC Direct Batman the Animated releases before this wave. This is the new Batman Adventures Batgirl, Batman, Killer Croc Baby Doll, and Two-Face. These are not cel-shaded, these are based off the new Batman Adventures, and these are not exclusive to any particular retailer. And before that, McFarlane re-released Alfred. Alfred is from Batman the Animated Series. He's not cel-shaded, and he was a Target exclusive. He was not part of a traditional wave, just a single release. And before that, they released the first Target exclusive Build-A-Figure wave. This wave had Mr. Freeze, Robin, Batman, and Scarecrow, Collect-to-Build Condiment King, another obscure villain never released before. These are all cel-shaded from Batman the Animated Series and are Target exclusives. And then, before that, they released the Laughing Fish 4-pack. This is a Walmart exclusive. They were cel-shaded, and they're based off Batman the Animated Series. And McFarlane's first DC Direct animated release. This is one of DC Direct's canceled waves. We have the new Batman Adventures Batman, Batman the Animated Series Catwoman, and Batman The Adventures Continue, The Batman Who Laughs. These were all cel-shaded, and these were not exclusive to any one particular place. Here's a look at all the Batman villains, Batman the Animated Series style. These are done with DC Direct. Going to add Condiment King to this mix. And here's a look at all the different animated villains, the new Batman Adventure style. Different style, same universe. They all look fantastic next to each other. Now let's check them out, next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix it with. Since he's a DC Direct animated figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work way larger. Here he is, next to some SH Figure Arts figures, and some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends, and some Mafex figures. Here he is, next to a meat thermometer. And here he is, with both some Mezco and Mattel DC figures. Then, with some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct figures. Next, with some DST or Diamond Select toys, and some Jack-specific wrestling figures. And finally, next to some McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. So overall, this is a pretty nice Jim Gordon figure. He looks like he's from Batman the Animated Series. He's kind of big, blocky, and bulky. A little bulkier than I remember, but he looks good. This new one has a paint job that's a little bit different, a little bit less show accurate, but I appreciate it being different for people like me that have been in this line since day one. Sculpt and paint job are excellent, no issues there. Articulation, it's a little bit limited. His accessories are good, but I wish it came with his gun. It would have been nice, but I know it's out of McFarlane's control. If I were to rate this figure, probably going to give him a 7, maybe 6.5 out of 10, teetering there. I like the figure, but I do prefer the color scheme in the original one a little bit. And I do prefer my figures to be 7-inch scale versus 6-inch scale, but it's still very nice. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.